Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by BASF, where you can count on the trusted performance of Elevo's seed treatment to protect your soybean crop. Well, the Axis Seed County Fair Tour's next stop is tomorrow, Thursday, August 7th, with their fourth check presentation of the season, going to the Mercer County Junior Fair Board. Be sure to visit Henry County Fair August 7th through the 14th and experience Henry County's brand new event center on the fairgrounds. Check out henrycountyfair.org for a full schedule of events. Well, the 2025 Ohio Crop Tour is sponsored by the Ohio Field Leader, a project of the Ohio Soybean Council and Soybean Checkoff. Joel checks in from the south leg of day 2. Joel?
Checking in here at midday from day number 2 of the southern leg of the Ohio Crop Tour. We like to call it the Superior South leg compared to that of the north, but just some good fun in the field. And joining me right now, one of those that's been a great mainstay of the Ohio Crop Tour for the last few years, Greg LaBarge, Ohio State Extension agronomist, and got some great eyes and some great knowledge that helps us really bring some levity to some situations out there going, what is this? And you're able to give us some answers. But Greg, overview of what you've seen so far.
Yeah, I guess from a corn and soybean disease insect standpoint, we really haven't seen much out here. Somewhat surprising given the conditions that we had, but then particularly with the diseases, we've had some warm temperatures, and these diseases, when we get to 86 degrees, tend to stop development. So that's been an important factor with that. From a corn yield standpoint, I think we've been a little surprised where we're at, a little bit lower than what we thought we might be. Beans, always hard to tell right now, but generally good-looking beans, a field or two here that we've got tall beans, and tall beans don't always end up being high-yielding beans. So take a close look at those bean fields that you have on your home farm and judge them for yourself.
Yeah, again, some really good-looking stuff from the road, but you get into it and go, all the energy is going into the leaves and the stem structure here. Maybe not so much the pods, the money-making piece of it. Now, coming into this, did you have any discussions that you've been hearing from farmers who are saying, hey, it's been really hot at night, it's not cooled down? That's one I've been hearing, guys saying, how's that going to impact things? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to judge that weather condition, but that may be a little bit what we're seeing in the corn crop from the, ideal that yields aren't quite there. Generally, we're still right past pollination with a lot of this crop. So it's once again hard to judge exactly where we are, but there is some tipping on the ears where we're not filling out all the way to the end. Populations have been a little bit lower. We're right around 29 to 30,000 and kind of expect maybe 32 to 33. So that may be something to take a look at for next year.
Follow along on OCJ.com from each of our updates on the south leg of the Ohio Crop Tour. We're on day 2, and right now we're heading over to Miami County, then we're heading west and kind of making a southern loop from there. And joining us, Greg LaBarge, Ohio State Extension agronomist, and he's a great asset to have with us here on the team. This all, of course, thanks to the Ohio Field Leader, a project of the Ohio Soybean Council. I'm Joel Penortwood for the Ohio AgNet.
Thanks, Joel. Well, the Purdue University CME Group Ag Economy Barometer declined in July as farmer sentiment continued to weaken. The barometer fell 11 points from June to register at 135 in July, a reading that came from U.S. farmers' weaker perceptions of both current conditions and future expectations. The July current conditions index dropped 17 points from the previous month to 127. The markets, they're coming up next.
Soybeans are a game changer for Ohio's pork industry. Pigs thrive on soybeans' perfect blend of protein and energy, helping hogs nationwide devour the equivalent of 292 million bushels of soybean meal annually. Ohio is number 7 in pork production, contributing to the billions of pounds of pork enjoyed by families across the nation each year. From sizzling bacon to barbecued ribs, soybeans power the farms that feed families. Brought to you by Ohio soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Nearly 90% of farmers say that financial worries, constantly changing market conditions, and other uncontrollable variables take a toll on their mental well-being. Add in the weather and family dynamics, well, it's a lot to handle alone. But did you know farmers and their families can receive free confidential services from licensed professionals? Support is available 24/7 to help with the challenges you face. Look for Farm Family Wellness Alliance under the Resources tab at farmfoundation.org. Take care of yourself. Your well-being matters.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants, simply better performance, online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, September corn 379 3/4 down a penny and 3/4. December corn 401 1/4 down 3/4 cent. August soybeans 961 1/2 down 7 1/2. November beans 984 1/2 down 6 1/4. September wheat up 1/4 cent at 508 1/2. At the Mercantile Exchange, August cattle 236.30 up $2.02. August hogs 108.87 up a dime. September feeder cattle 344.22 up $4.67. This is the Ohio AgNet.